Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. You have come here to learn about the Realm of Sesamar, namely, one of its cities, the city of Kornas. I, Itonis, Sage of Kornas, will provide you with a detailed look at several facets of the white gem of Sesamar. You will learn about its architecture. You will learn what it would be like to walk in the White City. This will include details of its economy, nature of its citizens, its lawfulness. Kornas' greatest gift to the region, its fighting force, will be revealed as well. You will learn of Kornas' geographical significance, its structure of governance, and places of interest. There are several sections to this video, which I will share with you. So sit back, get ready to enter the exotic realm of Sesamar. Kornas is the largest city in the Western lands. It is known as the White City for its meticulously carved stones that cover bustling streets and welcoming storefronts. It is also called the Great City and is the capital of the realm and is the seat of the king. It is also called the White Gem for its visual beauty and importance to commerce and safety. Its streets provide unique experiences. There are the leather soles of merchants and citizens as they traverse across finely polished stones. Fresh, earthly smells of fruits and vegetables found in its markets. The sweet fragrances of purple Driun blossoms drifting throughout the city as a result of gently tended clay pots. The stark contrast of Driun bushes' vivid royal color against the monotone white stones adds a wonderful sense of majesty to the city. The sounds of cattle trade, namely rapid-fire auctioneers and long-drawn bellows of large beasts, adds a liveliness near its docks. Turning our attention to the massive docks, there is trade from far and near in the region. Sailors bring their materials from across the Sea of Fate, from the chain of islands to the north, and as far south as Valeria in the eastern lands. These materials ranging from spices, grains, fruits, and vegetables to ores, lumber, and stones would pass through the docks. Sometimes rare material is found as far as the elvish city of Evandelith. If we look to the people who run shops, carry out the details of their trades, and go to and fro, there is much to learn about their many commonalities. They are purposeful, determined, and orderly. They are generous. Kornasians are well-mannered, good-intentioned, and quick to smile. Travelers who come here usually find it refreshing and rare for large city inhabitants to exhibit such warmth. The city is governed by law and order that emanates from both its religiosity and history of the realm. The predicament of having volatile environmental forces at play and knowledge of hordes of evil beings or bent on their annihilation has demanded their discipline in overcoming such obstacles. These hostile forces will be discussed later in this video. Nevertheless, it is understood a unified effort is necessary to solve these existential threats. It is not a matter of debate for the strong people of Kornas. It is the realization of these things that have sublimated its citizens to its current, glorious, harmonious state. No one would dare speak harshly against the twin gods here. No citizen would consider acting foolishly, else gain the attention of Kornas' watchmen who control the streets. This brings us to the laws in Kornas. As the city values life, the acts of conducting trade, and those who speak spiritual enlightenment, strict codes of conduct are in place. Magistrates are sworn to uphold high standards of conduct. If necessary, there are methods to persuade citizens, merchants, and travelers to adhere to them. Consequences can range from watchmen that will forcefully deal with situations, magistrate interventions such as warnings, fines, or more severe punishments are sparingly used too. Extreme punishments such as public detainment, lashings, imprisonment, and hangings rarely occur, but require a trial before being implemented. Turning to public spaces, Kornas has several important marble statues. Residing in spacious open squares rest two of its most widely known carvings. A mighty depiction of a charging paladin named Kurtoth Pureheart, sword posed to strike while shield at the ready, stands in remembrance to his acts of bravery during the Dragon Wars. His dragon-slaying sword, Wormbiter, and protective plate armor are present. The other statue is of a straight-haired Brina Lightbringer, which shows her palms, waist-high, slightly turned upward, and her face appears of what only can be described as gentle and sincere. She is honored for her ability to unify the peoples of the realm via the twin gods, Sesamar and Desamar. Both impressive statues have been chiseled to perfection with lifelike quality. The statues are sought by pilgrims. Forlorn travelers show their respects with prayers and gifts. They seek to channel the energies and spirits from the lives of these stone characters once lived. Travelers hope to receive guidance with future endeavors and atonement from past sins. Pilgrims often exhibit strong emotions in these spaces. Their emotions are always calmly received by the locals. Kornas has many gifts to offer the realm. It produces educational institutions, livestock, grains, fruits, and vegetables. Kornas produces, maintains, and organizes an elite fighting force. Let's look at each of them. The city's learning institutions are well known in the western and eastern lands. They attract knowledgeable teachers who school students with mainly history, combat, and languages. Numerous schools have gained notoriety. There are schools for combat, like Aaron Brightblade School, Kelnick's Duelry, and the Palisades. There is the School of Legendary Chronology concerning history. There's also equinostics, neologisms for languages. There are many types of livestock raised here. Stockmen have varieties of cattle, including a surly-horned beast called a lummock. It's used for pulling carts and farming lands. It has goats and hogs. The livestock is prized for the milks and tender meats they produce. Kornas has numerous grains. It produces wheat, corn, and oats throughout its surrounding fields. It also grows and harvests barley and rye, which are highly sought by dwarven brewmasters in Zan, who make delicious, potent beverages from them. The city produces a large number and types of fruits and vegetables. It is specialized with the growing of apples. There are numerous types of them, like tart green, sweet red, and the rare hardy white varieties. Kornas also has several types of pears, plums, and berries to offer the realm. It produces onions, cabbage, and carrots for trade as well. Now, let's look at Kornas's fighting force. It is like no other. It is its legendary Adin. These spiritual warriors are trained for combat, but they are not simple. They are schooled to understand history, etiquette, and languages. They exist as the orderly fighting force in a battle against chaos. Adin are chosen for their physical prowess and ability to digest information in order to adapt to the rigors of their training. The training is long to meet a vital expectation, to become representatives of law in this existential battle for life. As a consequence of having gone through such arduous training, the Adin are rightly well respected. They are known for their self-sacrifice, sense of duty, and desire to aid communities. Their thorough training precedes them and are honored by all wholesome beings in the realm. They are routinely given lodging, food and drink, and services for free, as helping the Adin helps everyone in the realm. Now, let us look to Kornas' important position in the Western lands. It rests on a hill west, but close to Sesamar city. It receives goods, which get distributed throughout the Western lands. Kornas operates a naval yard that uses the ships it produces to conduct trade in the Sea of Fate. Under Kornas' royal guard, it ensures the safety of seafaring trade and business. This is important since there are nefarious agents toward the south in the same sea. There are marauding pirates who look to seize ships and their merchandise. There are Knoll and Orc slavers who are eager to snatch able-bodied people for their evil purposes. Looking further to the north, Kornas uses its military and specialized fighting force to protect an important city called Nithnamar. This is the magic city, which is central to the nature of this reality. Its citizens learn and use magics to harness mystical energies to fight evil in the realm. Historians have learned why it is necessary to regulate this magic, as it can be used and has been used to accomplish despicable evils. The details of this information will be covered in depth in another video, which addresses this city of towers. The military arm of Kornas extends well beyond its location in the realm, and it's important as a naval force in the Sea of Fate. Its fingers are tasked with detailed organization of its forces that must accomplish many goals. It has allies. It has numerous enemies. It must deal with emerging situations. Its allies cover many vast regions of Sesamar, and their societies diverge from that of human ways of life. There are barbarian tribes north of the Great Forest and north in the Sea of Fate. There are two societies of dwarves in the eastern lands. One society of dwarves coexists with humans in the city of Zan. The other society of dwarves is reclusive and lives in a mountain region called Tolan. There are two cities of elves which also reside in the eastern lands. Avendelith, a city port north of Valeria, trades with humans. However, the other society of elves in the mountain city of Loralanthalith follow the beat of its own drum. Now, let us look at known enemies in the region. Far north of Kornas, north of the barbarians in the western lands, giants exist. They range from being of prehistoric nature to that of giants who embrace the cold. South of Kornas, beyond the white cliffs and the wall of Castellan, reside a horde of lizard men. There are goblins, kobolds, and bugbears who dwell to the north in the eastern lands. Orcs, hobgoblins, and ogres threaten civilization to the south in the eastern lands. Considering complex nature of the region's allies and enemies, Kornas has to strategize wisely using the tools it has at its disposal. As previously mentioned, it has the Adin. It has a host of spellcasters who are proficient across many specific disciplines and spheres of influence. However, it has another extremely valuable resource. It has seers. These seers are beings who possess special abilities that allow them to perceive across space, time, and even possibilities. It is evident that a considerable number of cities, allies, and enemies have been introduced here. Likewise, seers have been revealed. Each of these places and peoples will require their own individual videos to flesh out details that can bring in-depth awareness to them. Returning to Kornas proper, its system of government must be addressed. We already covered how lawfare works in this video as the result of watchmen and magistrates. Now let us look at the power structure of Sesamar. For instance, the king is an elected position. In the short of it, the king is basically the result of competing houses or families. These houses have influence as a result of choices made across time, the power they hold, and the resources they control. Examining the houses, we would see they are too numerous to mention them all. However, House Brightblade is in control of the king's seat. King Joran Brightblade, an Adin in his own right, works the levers of government from within his stern but measured nature. He has lords and ladies, dukes and duchesses, and regents at his disposal. These positions can be granted or stripped at will by the king. This means the people who serve in these capacities must remain loyal to the king. These positions come with great comforts. Position holders have land. The people in those lands are taxed. The taxes, as it goes, fall into the hands of the lords and dukes who control them. Make note, these positions are fraught with responsibilities. Lords and dukes must manage the land they control. It means they must enforce order. They must foster prosperity in their lands. They must protect their lands. Lords and dukes know their resources must be used to protect the entire realm as directed by the king at his beck and call. The names of houses appear to mainly specialize by discipline. Houses Brightblade, Lightbringer, and Gentlepalm lean toward the Adin and clerics. Houses Firewind, Magicborn, and Ribbonweave deal with magic users. Houses who deal with rangers are Ravenwatcher, Giant Striker, and Windrider. Houses Proudcastle, Warcry, and Powerfist have dominated the art of combat. Druids have their houses too, which are less structured than others. Nevertheless, people discount them at their own peril. They are Leafrime, Treewind, and Greyhenge. The realm has been penetrated by chaos. It suffers from brutal landscapes on land and sea, which will be summarized here. The Sea of Fate is a source of life with the bounty it produces, but it can be deadly. Sailing more than only a few miles beyond its calm shores is an insane notion. It suffers from massive whirlpools, biting waterspouts, unexpected tall waves, and driving wind and rain. It is a maelstrom composed of unpredictable air and water. The lands have their own environmental hazards. The realm is gripped by unexpected earthquakes, brutal hot deserts, and vicious Arctic zones. It is an unnavigable river that flows at a godlike speed. There is a canyon of wind too powerful to cross. All of these places, like for instance the Whitewater River and the Howling Chasm, are waiting to be explored by brave adventurers. It is quite possible there is a way to quell the temperamental new conditions that exist here. Some wanderers yearn to investigate it. The sages of this place are counting on it. While the sources of this disorder is unknown, sages are working to understand this relatively new elemental disorder, whether the result of powerful entities, malign magics, or curses. The sources of the disorder must be understood and overcome if the realm is to continue. It is this issue, along with the threat of orcs, kobolds, and other creatures, that has given rise to Kornas, to unite the entire realm to solve it. You should know that Kornas has unique places of interest. It has inns like Paladin's Place and Devotion. It has these taverns, Goblin, Truth and Honor, and Guiding Light. Each of these places has its own special accommodations, decor, drinks, and meals. The details of these places can be found at gigagod.com. Just look for Sesamar. For instance, Dragon Ale is available at Truth and Honor. Quail Stew is available at Devotion Inn. Investigate the mysterious door that marks the entrance to a private, membership-only club called The Exclusive. We can only imagine what deals get struck and promises that are made there. Search through tomes and scrolls of Kornas's Library of Pomon. Next to the library, get a scroll copied from the scribes at Udilius. The website has a map of the castle and the surrounding city. The website is certainly not limited to only the city of Kornas. It contains maps of entire realm. There are descriptions of 40 cities. There is a random name generator for NPCs, details of playable character classes, history of the realm, and more. Extend your investigation of the Realm of Sesamar on social media with Facebook and X. More important, stay tuned for further videos as GigaGod Productions delves into more locations within the Realm of Sesamar. Until next time.